does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. With Brig Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. And for the Heat, we've got another hometown game here in Miami. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And when you look at Miami, they had plenty of doubters before the season started, but I can't imagine there's anybody out there that's taking them lightly anymore.
There better not be. I mean, if anybody still is doing that, they haven't been watching this group play. I mean, this is a dangerous team.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Davis and Ashik in the middle. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's G in at the 3. And, of course, Chris Bosh has been such a prolific scorer and rebounder in his career. He's not quite in the 2010 category for his career. But, boy, Greg, he's close.
Yeah, I mean, good athleticism, that big wingspan, and not an overly physical player, but very instinctive on the backboard. And when it comes to scoring, particularly from that mid-range area, he can do it all.
And here is Davis, following Chris Bosh's 3. Davis sets a screen. G kicks to Davis. That's good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Outside Dragic. The pass to Whiteside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Davis. Another one falls for New Orleans.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Wade kicks to Whiteside. Outside Dang. Wade on the wing. Back to Dang. Pelicans with the rebound. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can drop an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Now, here's Dragic. His last outing, he had 8 points. Bosh, the screen. Dragic kicks to Dang. Just 5 to shoot. Steps back and shoots. Misses off the right iron. New Orleans leading by 3. Evans kicks to Davis. New Orleans moving it around. Puts it up from 15. And it's Whiteside with the rebound.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Wade passes to Dragic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season, said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And here's Anderson from the arc, and he gets the bucket. Anderson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Only took him a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a three-point battle taking shape here.
Now here's Bosch, coming off a solid outing against Portland. And here's Green outside, and the Heat, another three.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Anderson inside, working on Bosch. Ajinça, poke loose. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Winslow dishes to Green. And that misses. That would have put him up. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And finished off by Anderson.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. Dragic kicks to McRoberts. Green up on top, guarded by Holiday. Green, no luck.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Anderson right side, shoots. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Anderson's got his third basket of the night. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pelicans.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Green is out there with Dang. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Udrih in at the 1 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And G with the stuff.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor. And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
Pelicans leading by 6. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, whether you call him the brow or ant or the future, Anthony Davis made the leap in year 3 to franchise superstar. I mean, still, though, he remains humble, determined to improve, and dedicated to maximizing his immense potential.
And his former coach, Monty Williams, played with some greats. Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing. He says he sees that same desire to dominate in Anthony Davis.
Yeah, he wants to be great and doesn't see himself as a finished product, which is a good thing. That means he's going to continue to stay humble and hungry and put the work in.
Clock at 4. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Dang. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Spacing. Everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Now here's Evans. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Here's Udrich, covered by Evans. Green left side. Can't get it to go. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Right side against Davis. Gordon the pass to Davis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Here's Gordon. Turned in an outstanding game against Denver. Dishes to Davis. He had dropped for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Timeout, timeout.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game, fresh from a win against Portland.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. Winslow's checked in for Gerald Green. And it's Dragic in for Udrich. Here's Davis. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Davis has got 10 points.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Wade outside. In the corner, Winslow with it. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Now, here is Smith. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And Holiday kicks to Ajinça, to the middle. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pelicans.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here's Dragic. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Smith against Wade. Smith dishes to Anderson. Smith wide open. He fires. And it's Miami with the rebound. Dragic the pass to Wade.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Both free throws good from Wade. Smith drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Smith's got his first 2 points of the night. And the first half is now in the book.